I'm on a date tonight, so I'll have to just fucking go to... No, I'll just do it in front of her, shouldn't I?
Going! He's kept going! He scored! Oh, Stockport pressure. Oh, the header into the back of the net! It's Coleman!
I think it's Armstrong made it again. And a superb goal!
Changing it. Lisa! Cracker! Rose tries to get the ball in. Wilkinson!
It's a 5-star performance from Stockport County.
All right, we got a small house, but we got a big bloody heart, I tell you.
Hello and welcome for the 101st time of asking to SK3TV, the show for the thinking county fan, as long as what that county fan is thinking is, well, it's probably a very good goal and everything, but I didn't see it. Yes, every week we are here for an hour between 8 and 9ish on a Sunday evening, giving you all the county chat you could possibly need, whilst not taking ourselves too seriously. Are we, Dave? Hello.
Hello, are you feeling better?
Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. I was ill. Your son was ill. How are we all doing? I mean, your son was... I had a bit of lurgy. He had, like, the chicken pox. The pox.
He did.
Chicken not small.
No, but he's on the mend now. It's all scabby. It's exactly what you want him to do. That's what you want them to happen, isn't it? So now we just wait for the other one to get it.
Yes,
So we'll
what
see.
an exciting time. What an exciting time.
Well, playoffs and chicken pox, eh? What a week.
Playoffs and chicken pox. Episode title sorted 2 minutes in. Just no messing about. Yes, so we will be talking all things what are to do with Stevenage. Seeing as we weren't here last week, there's a fair bit of... We had the Simon Wilson news to react to, and then there's been more news on that front. So we'll get on that. Hopefully done by 9, because some of us have food on the way, and some of us were out drinking last night and really want to go to bed. Is that not the case?
That is the case, yeah. I've already had a Chinese as well. I got a lunchbox, so...
just to clear it up, I'm the one ordering food. Dave's not had a Chinese, and now he's ordering something else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no. Right, before we crack on, we are, of course, proudly sponsored by Blackbird Kitchen. Find their links in the episode description. And also, while you're in the links and all that, you can find all ours and like and follow, rate, review, subscribe, and all that. Right, let's get into it. So, we're going to pose a number of questions. I believe you've got one to hit me with. We are asking, for, at the risk of going all commercial radio DJ, of course, we're asking for your suggestions for County Room 101, with it being our 101st episode. Here, after the break, it's a classic from Survivor. It'll be Eye of the Tiger then, sorted, we know that. So yeah, get your suggestions in for that. What would go in your County Room 101, Dave? Given that I sprung this on you about 2 minutes ago.
There'll be a lot. I could reel off loads and loads. It would be, not to name any names or give any specific examples, just the fan drama. The fans involved in the fan drama. I would get them into Room 101. We all know what I'm talking about here.
At the same time, though, if there wasn't this fan drama, do you think your life would feel a little bit emptier?
Sadly, yeah.
Yeah, it's good group chat material. I find. I think you need
great group chat
you
material.
need little bit of drama. Right, a question to pose to you that I'll get on with Chris Eaton and Ben Walker to find a definitive answer to this. So, of all the goals scored by County in the digital era, all the goals that are readily accessible, do you think this was the one that was seen by the fewest people? Because speaking for myself, most people seem to have said they turned away in disgust at Benno falling over. I was laughing. I threw my head back laughing, and then just heard the cheer. I mean, one of the amazing little quirks of football fan culture is when fans are immediately silenced. So on the audio, you get the Stevenage fans doing a "Hooray!" and then just seconds. It's fantastic. It's one already. It's one of my favourite bits of county audio ever. Number one, in case you're wondering, is what?
Where's the assessor? Surely number one.
No. Number one is the commentary-less audio of Ash Palmer's header against Bolton.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then where's the assessor is in third place. I think that's fair, isn't it?
I think.
But yeah, I've everyone I spoke to yesterday, no one had seen the goal. It was fantastic. It was just this weird because it was. I'd like to say the goal was coming, but on the evidence of the first half, I felt like we could still be there now and nothing would have happened. Is that a fair assessment? Yeah,
nothing was happening up front, was it really?
No one expected it to though, because this is
Stevenage.
Stevenage. So yeah,
we're playing the long ball to them. Carl Piergianni was rightly man of the match, right up until he did what he did in the last minute. Thanks, Carl, Agent Carl on the case.
Yeah.
The funny thing with the goal is the more you watch it, the better it gets and the shitter it gets. It's impossible to do, but we managed it. It was just unbelievable. I went to watch it in the Alex. So you sampled all of their ale last time you went there. I sampled a couple of J2Os because I was driving.
Oh.
So, but then when I was celebrating the goal, we were in the back room. It's got a very sharp wooden, I don't know what it is, wall next to the door.
Yeah,
it's a door frame, Nick.
Door frame is the word you're looking for, yeah.
In celebrating the goal, I banged my head on it.
Brilliant.
Bald head, it hurts more.
I'd have all the hair to cushion it, yeah. Oh, God. Worth it, though. I mean, because I think there was definitely a sense with Stevenage just obviously getting into the playoffs in such dramatic circumstances. There was certainly a feeling from their interviews this week. There was certainly a feeling that they were very drained by it. They've surpassed expectations by getting there already. You just felt there was a sense of them maybe not comprehending the gravity of what was to come. Just this feeling that they'd just been on the piss all week, and then as soon as the first whistle went, it was same old Stevenage. Same old, just horrible to play against. The type of football that you wouldn't want to watch every week. But then again, if your team was playing that every week and shithousing results every week, then you'd be quite happy with it.
Yeah, well, what Lincoln do? They're the masters at it this season.
Yeah,
and they won the league. But it'd be interesting on Wednesday. And I know we'll come on to it, but they've got to come out and play Stevenage.
That's it.
Down, they need 2 goals minimum.
But talking about it being a free hit for them now, do you not also think there's possibly a chance that they just try and keep it at 0-0 until the hour mark, and then sneak one with a set piece and just take the chance with extra time penalties?
Yeah, could do. I just hope we attack it from the start as well. We get
that's what Dave Challoner mentioned in his interview post match. He said we're going out there to win the game, not just to win the tie, which is the attitude we should be having, because that's where the danger comes from, is when you start playing for a draw and start trying to set up differently to just avoid defeat, and it never goes well, does it?
No. What Dave Challoner says and what happens sometimes are two different things, aren't they? Not to say that he won't tell them to go and attack, but sometimes they just do what they want. You get the feeling that's what they do. But
I mean, in there's probably one reality where at 10 p.m, 10:30 on Wednesday night, Dave Challoner is doing an interview and saying, "Well, I didn't tell him to do that," which would just be the crowning glory on the season.
Yeah, but no, if you could write how your first leg playoff will go away, it'd be a 1-0 win. Get it back home with that win. So, job done so far. Half time is, I keep reading.
I've been very annoyed by the playoff discourse, not just with our game, but with the. I mean, I've not watched any of the ones today, but I watched the first legs of the Championship and League One ones, and there's a lot of people saying, "Well, I don't understand. If these teams go up, they're fucked. Oh, we can't have teams like this going up." It's like it's the playoffs. They're naturally cagey at the best of times. And I know there have been some like playoff thrillers and what have you, but they're
That's
few
what the
and far
second leg's
between.
for, though, isn't it? Neither team wants to
Exactly
lose
it.
the first leg.
Yeah, but I mean, considering, do you feel there's been a change since 5 p.m. yesterday in the mood? Because there was certainly almost a resignation. Well, a resignation that if we didn't lose to Stevenage, we would most definitely be losing to Bolton, which I still can't shake, but we'll deal with that as and when it comes. But it does feel something changed yesterday. I think people are hitching a ride on the promotion bandwagon now. I think people who have been saying since October that we're not going to do anything are now saying, yeah, we're going up. It's great.
Yeah, that's what the playoffs does to you, isn't it? I think if you can't I said it in the group chat this week, if you can't get excited about a playoff campaign, then when can you? And you win the first leg, yeah. I think we'll do them on Wednesday, however that looks, whether we draw or whatever. And then Wembley. We need to win again at Wembley, don't we? We need to sort them averages out. And I think we're going to do it.
It's still 90 minutes from Wembley, but I do enjoy the fact the FA have managed, the EFL have managed to take the shine away from it, from a possible Wembley trip already by saying, well, I think we knew it would be anyway, but confirming that it's 1 p.m. on the Sunday, which is absolutely minging, as it was for the Carlisle playoff final.
Yeah.
No.
At least got excuses in for not taking many fans again.
Yeah, well, yeah, any excuse, and the City fans won't be coming to bolster the gate as they're famous for doing, because they've got their final day. So yeah, they'll be a bit busy.
I wonder where the real Premier League trophy will be on that day. If it's still going, the real one will be at Arsenal, you would assume, and a replica at City.
Yeah,
place, won't they?
But don't City already have one anyway? Because they've won. I think if you win enough of them, don't they give you
one to keep? Yeah, they'll have them all in the trophy cabinet, won't they?
Yeah, so can they not just use one of them?
Maybe they could, yeah.
So it's like, go on, run.
No, because it would say the year on it.
Oh,
Can't lift the trophy from 2021. They're not going to do it anyway, I don't think. I think today was the chance.
Yeah.
The VAR saved and didn't it? Saved Arsenal, so.
That brief moment. So, who are we picking as the standouts yesterday, Dave?
Who are we picking as the standouts from yesterday?
It felt like a tricky one to pick a man of the match, really. I think it was just a load of 7 out of 10s across the board, more than anything else.
I think Ethan Pye was really good. I think
he seems to have really stepped up last few weeks since this whole injury crisis.
Yeah,
he's really stepped up.
He's played every minute of every game as well. Some achievement, especially
bonkers.
In this county team.
Yeah. Please wrap him in cotton wool.
Yeah,
it's just really worrying. Really, that's the thing. It seems like since yesterday, with the mood changing, it feels like we're just waiting for something to come along. And so yesterday with Dave Chalmers' interview, it's very rare that I don't always watch them, but it's very rare that I watch it immediately as soon as it's uploaded. But I was like, right, if there's any injury issues that have arisen here, I want to be ahead of it. I want to know. I don't want to be finding out in a group chat or on a message board or something. I just can't be doing that. But lo and behold, it's fine. It's all okay.
Yeah, Norwood was good as well. I think he stepped up recently. He's really leading with his captain's armband that no one can take off him at the moment.
Certainly not, unless Luis Fiorini tries.
Yeah. Although Louis Barry, throughout all the good that he's been recently, I thought he had a really, really poor game by his standards.
Yeah, well, the stats showed up at half time, and I think it was up there with like the fewest touches he's had in a game. So Stevenage obviously did their own work, and that's the thing, I suppose. That's possibly why he's not quite made it at championship level yet, with the 2 brief chances he's had, because it's a different game there. He can get marked out again. We saw it last couple of seasons as well. If teams stopped him playing, they could generally stop us. So Well, I thought Teo Idun was the one who, if you had to pick someone to have a 6 out of 10 instead of a 7, I think that's your one there. But do you think we'll be seeing changes on Wednesday? Because it's hard to, isn't it? I mean, I don't think there's any complaints with the selection yesterday because it was you don't go changing a winning team.
Yeah.
And then, so is it the same again, or could there be a reason for a couple of changes?
He doesn't like to change a winning team, does he? And I don't think now's the time to start messing around with it, especially at home. So yeah, I wouldn't change it. And for all that I've said about Kyle Wootton being kind of overhyped at centre back, I thought he was really good yesterday. Even their manager came out and said how good he was.
I think he's realised from his years of experience at the other end of the pitch. I think he's realised that he can wrestle strikers to the ground and get away with it.
Yeah.
It's like yesterday, it just finally clicked in his head. He's like, "Oh, hang on, I can do what they do to me every week and get away with it. It's brilliant." Yeah. But the worry is when he goes back up front, will he have got into the mindset of getting away with that, and he'll just be giving away countless fouls again?
Yeah. If he goes back up front, maybe he'll never play there ever again.
No. It's not the 90s, Dave. No, not mentally prepared. We can't go move. We might as well just be Mansfield if we're going to do that.
Yeah, we might as well. Give him the number 9 shirt as well, just to really piss you off.
Oh, great. Yeah, thanks. Did you catch any of the? Well, you wouldn't have done. You wouldn't have managed to catch any of the other game, would you?
No, didn't see any of it.
No. I think the neutral view seems to have been that Bolton were the only team out of the 4 to impress anyone, but that's not really hard considering what we saw in the 2 games. Yeah, no. I think as predicted, I think Bolton are the big threat. I still can't see past them myself.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tricky. But they've bottled it a few times, so why not again this year?
I'd feel a lot better about it if they'd beaten us at Easter. They've got it out of the way. I'd feel a lot more then about things. But Wednesday night we'll be under the lights. We will. It's all very under the lights for the final time this season. But all very exciting.
Yeah, the atmosphere.
And we'll be backed by probably a sellout crowd, despite the difficulty in buying tickets. Oh no, it's away tickets that seems to be. And from what the co-op reported back from a conversation they had with the club, it's basically down to the home side with these away tickets going off sale so early. Because there's been a lot of. They basically ruled out the prospect of people bringing mates on the day or people deciding on the morning to go out. That's just not a possibility anymore. I mean, it's difficult anyway, but yeah, if you're not even keeping tickets on sale the day of the game. Well, some big. Apparently, Barnsley had some big, lengthy process that involves like having to manually check every QR code on a ticket, like before they allowed County to release it. It's weird, very strange.
That is weird.
Very, very Yorkshire. Very antiquated, like that sort of thing. Like no. So yeah, it does seem that's the answer to that question.
Speaking of Barnsley, Josh Dakers-Cogley, he's been good since he's come back in, hasn't he? He was immense last week. I thought he was really good yesterday as well.
And the worry is always with players, no matter how long the injury is, there's always the worry that they won't come in and get back up to speed straight away. And it was very important that he did.
Yeah.
We really could not afford to be just hanging on till next season for him to be ready to play. It makes such a big difference having someone there. And a big difference for Kyle Wootton as well, because he doesn't have to play long balls that should be played to Kyle Wootton. He knows he's got someone out wide who's comfortable on the ball, who he can give it to, rather than square pegs in round holes like before.
Yeah.
And genuinely, if we do manage to go up with a striker at centre back, it might be. If I was Dave Challinor, I'd retire after that. Well,
Doesn't get any better than that, does it?
nothing's topping that. Like, where'd you go? Where'd you go from there? Until obviously England are going to win the World Cup with Maguire as an emergency centre forward as well.
Yeah.
We'll have that as well. So yeah, it's the year for it.
It is. Right. Subject of playoffs. Not relating to county, but I saw something on Twitter today, and it made me. It's a very good thought provoker. So, what situation would you rather be in going into a playoff second leg? So you're 1-0 up after the first leg, but you're playing away, or you're 1-0 down, but you're playing at home. So you go into
Oh,
a game like that.
oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, there's so many variables as well. Like, how good is your home form? You know, are you Coventry ground sharing at Northampton for that couple of seasons that they did? That changes it. I mean, just for the sheer jeopardy of a home game under the lights, I'd go 1-0 down with the second leg at home. That's good, that, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have a bit of that.
See, I would do the same. However, out of 160 votes, so it's not a broad thing, 77% said they'd rather be 1-0 up away from home than 1-0 down at home.
I mean, it is. I mean, we're living it now. Well, ask me at 10 o'clock on
Yeah.
Wednesday, just as we're getting ready for extra time. Well, we'll be halfway through it.
Yeah. Well, we came back from Salford 1-0 down, didn't we? And that turned out all right.
Yeah, it was a good afternoon out, that was.
Yeah.
We have got a suggestion for Room 101, actually. Oh, great shout for me and Dowden, actually. Begging posts for tickets and other county-related stuff. That and can I have your shirt signs, which have become a big thing now.
Of course, that was always going to happen after.
Yeah, I mean, we saw, like, the odd one, like, the last couple of years, and just kind of, like, write it off as an isolated incident. But, yeah, you're seeing multiple instances of it every time.
And it's always the parents that make it. It's never the kids.
Oh, always. It's always far too well done. Yeah, it might just be a piece of paper like, with it scrawled on and just go, can you pass that to Louis Barry, please?
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Anything else on the footballing side?
What did you think about the ref yesterday? I've seen a lot of discourse about
Right.
how bad he was, but
I was hoping we'd get onto this because I don't know. I can't work out if he did have a terrible game. Because I've seen county fans saying he was terrible. I've seen Stevenage fans saying he was terrible. And I've not seen anyone saying he was great. It's just been either all right or terrible. I don't know. Because, I mean, he didn't bow to their penalty appeal, their ridiculous penalty appeal.
yeah, the dive.
Why has he gone down there?
Sure,
I mean, he'd probably score.
Yeah,
If he got a shot away, it's at that point. It's just it's ridiculous. No need for. Yeah, it was an obvious dive as well. You could tell straight away. He just made it so clear. But yeah, there's not a particular decision I'd pick out otherwise, though.
no. I think the only thing you maybe criticising for was he was giving all of the soft fouls to both teams. It was kind of all of a stop-start game.
And there's an argument that Saxon Early, who it turns out, it's first name Saxon, second name Early. I thought it was like double barreled. I thought it was like Robert Saxon Early. But no, first name Saxon, second name Early. So I want all the bad things to happen to him, like going well, to his parents going forward. But yeah, I think that there was a case to say maybe he could have picked up a second yellow, and then they did sub him. Because it was quite clear it was one more and he was gone. He could have bit stop-start, but other than that, I mean that doesn't really separate him from the other refs really. Because sorry, he's having a sneeze. Don't mind me. Thank you. I think that's the first over 10 years of podcasting. I think that's the first time I've ever sneezed live on air. That, but no, I thought it was a fine referee performance. Do we know who we've got on Wednesday?
Not sure.
No.
It'll be the one who did Bradford, won't it? Because I'm sure we always have this conversation around this time of year. But I'm sure you have the same refs on the playoffs. Not we'll have the one from Bolton. They'll have the one from Stevenage. and then one of them two will ref the final. I'm fairly confident that's what happens.
Yeah, that rings a bell, actually. I think we have had that conversation last year, possibly. Not that it was a problem for us last year.
So who then refereed the Bolton game? Let's have a look.
I mean, he didn't do anything particularly terrible.
Is he called Martin Coy? I'm just guessing with the M. But
I think it is Martin Coy. Yeah, that's a proper referee name. That Martin Coy.
Yeah, it is Martin Coy. So that's all right. He did us at Luton at home. Oh no, he didn't. He did us in the Virtue final. Sorry.
Oh, of course.
You can't be getting the Virtue final and playoffs. That's not fair on all the others.
No, it's that's like having the Champions League final and the World Cup final in the same year, isn't it? That's Clattenburg territory.
Howard Webb did that World Cup and Champions League in the same.
He did, didn't he? Well, that's the benefit of England never being good enough to get to the World Cup final. We've always got a chance of getting a referee in there. Are any English refs going? I'm assuming English refs are going to the World Cup. Do we know who?
I can't remember. I think there's two though, because I remember it came up the other day.
I bet Darren Cann is the assistant. Darren Cann is the only assistant referee I can name.
I met him. I met him and Howard Webb and the other assistant, but I can't remember what the assistant was called.
They met you, Dave. They met you.
That's true, actually.
They're probably talking about this on their podcast right now.
Yeah.
Right, let's have, courtesy of Chris Eaton. Oh, there's a question linked to this as well. Courtesy of Chris Eaton, we have got our random county non-league goal of the week. So that, of course, was Dan Cowan. We think he could be one of 3 former county players to be playing in European competition this season. Because unbeknownst to me until about an hour ago, he's now at Connors Quay Nomads in Wales, who finished second. So they'll be in Europe. Do you know who the other 2 are? One of who I've not checked is still at this club.
One of them's still at the club?
Well, one of them, I'm just going to check now whether he's actually still at the club we thought he was at.
I'm going to go with a shout of Jordan Williams.
Well, that is a shout, and now I'm checking to see if he's still... Yeah, he's still at TNS, so yeah, that's one of them.
And the other one...
It's not in the UK, if that helps.
Lamin Colley.
Very good, yes, there we go. Yeah, in the Hungarian league.
Yeah, played in Europa League this year, didn't he? Or Conference League, whatever it was.
Yeah. Oh, that's the real competition. Right, despite all the excitement of what's going on the pitch, I was very excited by a bit of upheaval, as I often am. The news that Simon Wilson was departing. Instantly, of course, conspiracy theories started, to the point that Sam Byrne had to come out and say, yeah, it's just basically, it's happening anyway. They don't want it to seem like reactionary. If we crash out of the playoffs and then, it looks like they're related and they're not. Yeah, interesting. Probably the most significant off-the-pitch happening since the takeover, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely up there. It was a shock as well. He did an interview only a few months ago talking about a new 5-year plan. So you wonder what's caused it. Has there been a falling out? Obviously, they've said there hasn't been, but I don't know why you would leave now. And everything. Yeah, it just seems weird.
So he's not going to be involved exclusively with the club, but there will be an advisory role, I believe, as part of the wider group. It's straight. I do wonder how much discussion has been had about maybe the whole transfer policy, the recruitment strategy. Will it be as I mean, it's probably as good a time as any if we are going to pivot to a new way of doing things recruitment wise, then it might be just a full change in that department.
Yeah.
Really, because I think it's fair. I mean, we've gone into it on here, God knows how much, but it's fair to say that the players we've spent money on haven't come off broadly.
No, not yet. But
Um,
there's time.
yes, oh, absolutely. Yes, whether that's in mind, whether it's a case of us wanting to go to more of a youth-based strategy, so maybe he feels he's not the best person to deliver that. So with that in mind, the youth strategy, Damien Allen coming in as, well, I say coming in, he's in the building already.
Yeah.
Sporting director as well, which would also possibly signify a bit more of an emphasis on youth, possibly.
Yeah, definitely another surprising one. Although he does sit with Simon Wilson and Mark Stott at pretty much every game, I'm reliably informed. Because
I'm pretty sure he's involved with Stott's coaching thing as well.
Yeah.
What was it? I can't remember. This thing at Chill Hume. Yeah, I think he was involved with that as well at one point. I think he's been involved with academy stuff. Is it since the takeover? I think that was one of the first
I think
appointments.
Since we got the academy, he was involved right from the off of Michael Raines, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, so it makes sense, really. I think it's been a criticism before that they've maybe not surrounded themselves with county people or football people, and I think we've got one there who covers both bases.
Yeah. Do you think there'll be a change in manager now that there's going to be a change in? See, this is my conspiracy theory. I think Stott wanted rid of Challoner. Wilson didn't. They clashed heads all about it. And Stott said, "I'm going to do it anyway." And Wilson said, "All right, fuck it." Now, this is no truth in this, by the way. This is just my...
No, but there will be now.
Created in my head.
There will be. It's going to be really annoying when I'm picking a clip out to post on the stories and all that, and it'll suggest that clip. I'll be like, no, not gonna be that guy. I'll just tag you in it so that you get all the hatred. No, as far as I'm concerned, that's we've just made the reality there. That's exactly what happened. Won't be taking any further questions about it. Well, I got accused of fishing for bites when I said I think we'll have a different manager next season either way.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, 39.
There's been a lot of that on Twitter this week. I got accused of being a farming
Sex
for
pest.
likes on Twitter. No, that wasn't.
Yeah,
on Twitter. I just
that's it. Yeah, farming for likes, searching for clicks. Like, is that what people get accused? Do you remember when you used to just accuse someone of being a nonce? If you didn't like someone online, you just call them a nonce. You didn't go like, oh, click, you're fishing for likes. Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm a 34-year-old man. I've got 3 kids. Run a football team. Work. Do you think I'm bothered? Oh, look. I got 21 likes on a tweet about Stockport County. Fuck off. But also what that was insinuating was I talk a lot of sense that everyone agrees with, and that they all like it every time. So
it's horrible. I don't know what's worse. Would you rather talk sense all the time, but then get a load of shit the one time you don't talk sense? Or would you rather talk shit all the time and be the proverbial stop clock that's right? And then when you are right, people are really patronising about it because you always talk shit.
So what we're looking at, to name that person there, that's Chris Spink, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't want to be able to say it.
That's what we're both thinking of, broken clock. Well, I always go back to the Ollie Crankshaw thing. I called him shit for months before anybody else agreed with me, and I was right by the end of it. But no, I'd rather be right all the time, I think, than a Chris Spinks. In a world where it can be anything, don't be a Chris Spinks. I hope he's watching.
I hope he is. Well, he'd have been in the comments by now. As soon as his name was mentioned, he'd have been. I mean, he probably knows about it by now.
Yeah.
He might not have mentioned anything yet, but yeah. What else is there, Dave?
What else is there?
Do you think this will be a couple of summer predictions? Do you think this will be the summer we hear about ground developments?
I think it'll depend what division we're going to be playing in next year. Because they have said, didn't they? They won't start anything more until we're in the Championship.
But do you think we'll get to the Championship and then they'll say, "Oh no, we said Premier League"?
Do you know? I don't think there's any rush on it. I know they want it done, but we don't sell out anymore.
No, I don't think it's a. I think they can get away with maybe just extending the main stand to the corners for now.
Bring that into the 21st century.
Yeah, and then maybe bring the railway end into the 20th.
Yeah. Get rid of them posts.
Yeah, I do like the fact that it's now being referred to like widely as the Bake Off tent.
Yeah.
At first, it was just like Sam and Liam mentioning it on the commentary, but obviously the other commentators have been sat around and heard it, so now they'll say it on Sky very often. Like if you watch it on telly on Wednesday night for the second leg, keep an eye out for it because it will get mentioned.
Speaking of watching on telly and commentary, Adam Virgo was co-commentator the other day. When did he make the move from TNT, BT, whatever you want to call it, to Sky?
He's a TNT's man. He'll always be a BT sportsman to me.
Yeah.
Adam Virgo. Aaron McLean, he earned it.
Yeah, he did.
Aaron McLean worked his way up. Deserves to be there. He'll keep working his way up. Somerton getting the Champions League.
Yeah.
Some would argue, I couldn't possibly comment, but some would argue that maybe Somerton should be TNT's lead commentator rather than Fletcher.
Yeah, and get Virgo back in instead of Ali McCoist. I'll tell you something, Fletch. Just fucking say it, Ali. I've not got all day. Every day last week he was on. Every day. Champions League, Europa League, Conference League. And then he was on the Premier League game. I can't escape him.
But when it comes to the summer on ITV, he'll be fantastic. He'll make ITV games worth watching in the summer because he's your classic major tournament player. He's like I'm trying to think of a player that you only ever see. That bloody Mexican goalkeeper who's like in his 40s and he's back in the squad this summer. He may never have played a club game of football for all I know. Not a clue. There's loads of them who just spring up at tournaments.
Yeah, you remember. It was like that with Jan Sommer for years. Never saw him play, but he was always... He seems to be...
Miroslav Klose.
Yep.
No, not having him. Yeah, Jan Koller, Miroslav Klose. Just these like German-based strikers. Just no, not having it.
Yeah, there's going to be a worldie as well, isn't there, of a player for Iran or someone like that.
Yeah, and which of the newly promoted Premier League teams is he going to sign for?
Coventry. Coventry are going to do what Wolves did Forest did a few years ago.
Just yeah, they are just an international from every country that's played in the World Cup, and it's good because there's about 60 of them, so it's fine.
Paul White says John Disney is manager at Connors Quay.
He is. This came up in the discussion. Yeah. That was a blast from the past hearing that name. John Disney is peak playing as county on FIFA or Football Manager and just having a look through the absolute fodder that you've got in your reserves.
Yeah.
That was just he was always one of the first players you released to free up like 150 quid a week in the wage bill. Yeah. That's his legacy. And now he's managing in European competitions. Go on, lad. Oh, right. Is there anything else before we wrap up? I can go and get my tea and you can go to bed.
So Sunday, obviously Wednesday's really big. But Sunday...
But not as big as Sunday.
Not as big as Sunday. We talk about managers at Edgeley Park. We talk about new players at Edgeley Park. The Philbins are taking over.
The new man in the dugout.
Yeah, Stockport Dynamos have been invited to a festival of football with a lot of other clubs around Stockport. So it's not a tournament. It is, but they're not calling it a tournament. It's a festival of football. No trophy for the winner.
Woke.
everyone gets a certificate to say I played football at Edgeley Park. So I hope they give me one saying I manage it at
I'm
Edgeley Park,
done.
because this would be a lifelong dream of mine. This really is real life football manager managing at Edgeley Park.
We should recreate the menu photo on, the menu picture on Football Manager where it's the back of your manager in the stadium. We should recreate that, but with you.
Oh yeah, we'll do that.
Be really good. Yeah, you need to get some pictures. That'd be good. That, and if Beth ever leaves you, you can put them on your Tinder. all them, and then you holding a fish.
There was a dead fish in Alec Park yesterday. Not in the Alec Park, in the Reses. Just at the side, and it was absolutely massive. I didn't realise how big the fish in that pond were, reservoir. Well, I'm just trying to find a picture of it now. This is where we've come to. Look at the size of this.
Bloody it's giving me the yips, that has.
And it wasn't there today, so I wonder what's at it.
Mate, yeah, that's good. Let's play a game. What at Dave's fish? Christ Almighty! Yeah, are you suited and booted for the final? Are you going tracksuit?
No, I was debating it, but no, I'm going to just wear my...
You might think you're not taking it seriously if you go suited and booted.
Yeah, I had a suit on yesterday for a wedding, and that's my suit wearing done for the
Suit
year.
done.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Right.
On the pit. Oh, let's talk about pitch invasions, because there's going to be a plan, isn't there? Somebody's going to tweet this week. Are we on the pitch?
Oh, someone's gonna jinx it by asking.
Yeah. So I'm not asking about if we're doing it. I'm asking about the person asking about it on Twitter. When's that going to happen?
That's the worst thing. Yeah. Shall we? We'll have a secret ballot after this and try and work out who the first person's going to be to do it. Someone will. Oh, yeah. And then there'll be people replying and say, "Well, it's against the law."
We might get a points deduction.
We might get a points deduction for the first time ever. We're the first club in history to be punished for this with a points deduction. And then the club will put their post out because, for obvious reasons, they have to jump through hoops.
Yeah.
And then people say, "See, the club have said it. Oh, the club don't want you to do it." It's like, fuck off. The club will be using those pictures in the promo stuff for Wembley. So
yeah.
Oh, it's every year. Can we stop getting in the playoffs? Because every year we have to have this conversation. Do you remember when they used to? I've got a distinct memory of back when we'd have like constant mid-table seasons, and they'd do the lap of honour after the final game, and the stewards would shape up like they were expecting a pitch invasion, and Ken would mention it on the PA as well. He'd say, "Oh, please stay off there." Why? After finishing like 14th in League One, who's being like, "Right, I'm going on. It's my one chance."
Just let people have fun, is what I say. Do what people do when people get to Wembley or the playoffs. That's what happens. Matt Bryan, no real fans go on the pitch. I remember when that was said at Nuneaton.
I remember the pure hatred post on Old Yellowboard.
Yeah.
Pure hatred. Oh God, they were the days. Oh, I want a bit of that on Wednesday. I want blue on blue attacks again. It's been too long. I want people slagging each other off for how they choose to celebrate. That'll do me nicely.
Dead right.
Lovely. Right. So we will be back next Sunday, hopefully moaning about the price of Wembley tickets and loyalty point tiers and all that sort of thing, which will be exciting.
Oh, and also we can discuss why the club aren't pay for people to go on coaches again.
Yeah,
that's what we did.
And if we don't go through on Wednesday night, we can drag Liam Richardson out on Sunday and just say, "What happened? What happened, Liam?"
Yeah.
And I think that'll be a full and frank inquest. What more can you ask for?
Ian Dowder's made a good point here. The Stevenage manager yesterday said that goal changes nothing. Which is very much like what was said a few years ago.
It was there was two ways yesterday to weed out the newer fans. Not that they needed weeding out; they weren't doing anything wrong. Someone in the Facebook group describing the man of the match yesterday as Stevenage's number 5.
Yeah.
No, that's ex-county man Carl Piagiani. That's all that. And then people laughing at their manager saying that goal changes nothing when he's completely right. If they wanted to go through, they would need to come and score at Edgeley Park, and that's regardless. So I'm fully on board with him.
Oh,
although his name's Alex Ravel, and I had to buy some Revels this morning because I kept seeing that posted everywhere. And it got me really hungry, and it got me thinking. You know what I miss? Mars planets.
Oh, now there's a chocolate.
They were like Revels, but Mars, and they were far superior. But yeah, don't do them anymore. It's just one of the other things from my youth.
They don't do all the good stuff anymore, do they? Do you remember citrus polos?
Not just citrus, but the fruit polos.
Yeah.
The fruit ones, the citrus ones, and they also did a spearmint one. Do you remember the things of polo holes? You could buy the holes in a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they were basically smint. It was basically smints. But still, it was exciting. What a day that was when they came out. Oh, do you remember Livestrong bands?
Livestrong bands, yep. Kick it out. Oh no, what was it? What was the anti-racism one?
You had the black and white bands joined together. Yeah. I sent my mum all over Stockport to get me some of them. You had the blue anti-bullying one.
Anti-bullying one, yeah.
Yeah. See, there's no way now for people to know that I don't like bullying. People are just going around thinking he's into bullying, he is. And I'm not, because I've not got me banned.
Speaking of bullying, actually.
Go on, this'll be good.
No, Sean McConville's been on that I Had Trials once. There's been a clip released just before I went on. He was talking about Gannon and about how much of a bully Jim was. Obviously because he now doesn't, fans don't like him. He doesn't like us, so I just get the sense that whenever somebody doesn't like County anymore, that's the stick that they'll use. Gannon was a bully. But my response to it always is, there were so many players that signed for him twice. He can't have been that bad.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Hussey levelled the same thing at Dave Challoner.
Yeah.
In a roundabout way. And it's just, if sort of... There's been managers in my professional life, and I'm sure yours, that you've not got on with. It's just a fact of it. It's just one of those other things. I know football is different to other industries, but at the same time, there are similarities with that sort of thing. So you are going to come across people you don't like, but you work for anyway. So I don't think it's a... I did notice McConville did say, though, he didn't blame Jim for wanting him out at all, though.
Yeah, he did.
It was quite an even-handed interview, I thought, for someone who I've got preconceptions about, who is in my top 3 most hated county players ever. Anyway, but yeah, I thought he'd come across as a bit sulky and social loaferish.
Yeah,
maybe say, but no, he weren't too bad, which really annoyed me. I had to rethink everything.
I'm not going to watch it. I've only seen that clip. I don't want to start liking him now. There's
not that much county chat in it, really. I think it's about 10 minutes top. That's about it. But yes, right. So we will be back next week at 8. Will we not?
We will indeed.
Yeah. Are you coming to the Alex before the game on Wednesday? Or are you courtyarding?
Courtyarding. I'll have Lily with me, so courtyard definitely. Hopefully it'll be sunny.
Might do both. Oh yeah, I hope it's Sunday because I've got Wednesday night off work as well, so I'm just gonna make a day of it.
Why the hell not?
I'll be licking the front step of the Alex at 11:30 when they open. Right, we'll be back next Sunday from 8 PM. Dave, say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Cheers for tuning in. See you next week. Bye.